At sunrise, Moana stood on the shore, breathless, as giant islands began to float into the awakening sky. Their shadows swept over her, mysterious and magical, climbing toward the clouds as if the world itself was taking flight. Suddenly, Tinkerbell zipped around Moana, sparks fizzing in her wake. She squealed, "It's the Sky Islands Festival. It only happens once every 1,000 years, and there's a floating race." Her green shoes barely touched the air. A shimmering manta-ray spirit shimmered into view, glowing with secret light. It beckoned with a gentle tail.
"Moana, Tinkerbell,
Will you join the great floating island race? Ride water, clouds, and sky currents if you dare." Moana grinned and set to work, tying strong bamboo to her canoe. Tinkerbell sprinkled fairy dust over the sails. The canoe quivered, suddenly weightless and shimmering with blue magic. At the launch, they eyed their competition: air spirits who surfed breezy boards, island kids soaring with festival kites, and gleaming sky parrots with glowing wings. Everyone wondered if the newcomers would be swept away or soar. The ocean's edge became the starting line. Floating islands lined up in the sky like lanterns, and a deep drumbeat thudded out the countdown. Ready, set, go! Moana pushed their canoe, and Tinkerbell unleashed a second burst of pixie dust. Suddenly, the canoe lifted, drifting from the sea and rising smoothly toward the sky. Cloud arches loomed ahead. Tinkerbell weaved sparkling trails, zigzagging through fluffy white passageways while Moana spun the oar carefully through bursts of wind. The first island, blooming with bright flowers, released bracing gusts. Some teams twirled helplessly. Moana smiled, waiting for the biggest gust, then rode it ahead, looping past tangled kites. But the sky parrots had a trick. They flapped down, building walls of wind. Tinkerbell darted between their wings, laughing, as Moana spotted an opening and zipped through just in time. Next, a floating island sent a waterfall upward. Moana sailed straight into it, shum, and the waterfall rocketed them higher into the sky. Suddenly, wild winds spun them like a leaf. Moana white-knuckled her paddle, but Tinkerbell sprinkled fairy dust just in time, and the canoe steadied, gliding on. A storm ring roared ahead, heavy with soft lightning flickers. Moana closed her eyes, feeling the air. Tinkerbell pointed to a gentle opening, and they slipped through, hearts drumming. Finally, they soared to the largest floating island, aglow with a sky crystal beaming rainbows. This was the final path. Moana leaned forward and Tinkerbell flew ahead, tugging the wind, and together they shot down the rainbow trail, passing their last rivals. At the very top of the sky, they crossed the finish. Firework clouds burst in sparkling blue and gold. The radiant sky spirit crowned them champions. As all the racers cheered, the bravest team had soared highest in the Sky Islands race.